in this module, I learned about how I feel like I have kind of been gaslighted into thinking that plastic is recyclable. In the video that talks about how plastic is a scam, I learned about how plastic companies and fossil fuel companies work together into making us think that plastic is recyclable. Back in the 1900s, when people were consuming a lot of plastic, people began to see the impact on the environment, and so the companies took action and made an ad about keeping America great or beautiful, and overall summarized how it was our actions that were impacting the environment, and how if they gaslighted us into thinking that we were the issue and not plastic, then they could keep producing more plastic and we would keep consuming it. So then this obviously they kept going, and then the fossil fuels just kept going as well, and then they created the resin symbol, which basically kind of made us believe that those numbers were like what was getting recycled. However, to find out barely today that actually 1 and 2 are like the only ones that really get recycled, and 1 and 2 have like a slight chance. Plastic is not really recyclable after 1 or 2 uses because of what makes it flexible. And it is also made out of oil and natural gas. So those are fossil fuel emissions. This whole time, I feel like I have been taught to believe that plastic is recyclable. Ever since I was a little kid, I was told any plastic, whether it was my water bottle or items that we would use at school, I was always taught to recycle it, to put it in the right bin. Or at home, I was always taught we would keep a bag downstairs in the garage, and we would keep a trash can at home with all of like the plastic water bottles or any plastic cans, anything that we would see like on the street. We were taught to pick it up and then put it away so that we could go take it to a recycling place where like you can sometimes get money if you give your recycling bins or cans or whatever. I was taught that at a very young age, so in my mind up to this day I thought that plastic was recyclable, and that I was making a great impact on my environment. However, to find out that only 10% of the plastic is actually recycled blew my mind, and it completely changed my narrative on plastic and the companies. And it just, like, I see it every day on a day-to-day basis at work. A lot of us think that recycling plastic or looking at the can that we're putting our waste into is making a great impact. However, plastic companies and fossil fuel companies will continue to make advertisements or continue to make us think that we're actually making a change or an impact, when really they're just changing the narrative or changing the story and making us think that it is our fault. So yeah, that was my part, and I thought that was very interesting.